Welcome to another deep dive. This time we're looking into a memoir, I'm Glad My Mom Died, by Jennette McCurdy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No, I
That's
think
an attention-grabbing title.
it is. It is. It's definitely going to raise some eyebrows, but stick with us. This book is more than just shock value. It's really a raw and unflinching look at McCurdy's relationship with her mother, Deborah, during her rise to fame on Nickelodeon's iCarly.
It's a really powerful story. It digs into how parental ambitions can impact a child's life, even if it's, coming from a place of love, can still have some negative effects.
Yeah. It makes you think about, how those early years really shape us, So let's rewind back to Jeanette's childhood. It's pretty clear that she was almost pushed into acting before she could even, tie her own shoes.
And Deborah's behavior in the book, it goes beyond just, typical stage mom enthusiasm, There are signs of what we call parentification, where a child is basically forced to take on adult responsibilities, and often it's to fulfill the parent's own needs.
That's a good point. It's like the parent is living vicariously through their child.
Exactly. And in this case, it seems like Deborah was doing that with Jennette, dictating everything, her diet, her appearance, even her career choices. And when that happens, it can really mess with the child's sense of self,
It's like they never get the chance to figure out who they are on their own.
Right. And it impacts their ability to set healthy boundaries, too.
Right.
And you can actually see early signs of rebellion in the book, even in small things.
Like what?
Remember when Jennette insisted on being called handsome instead of pretty?
Oh, yeah. It seemed like a small thing, but...
It's subtle, but I think it speaks volumes about, that dynamic between them. Deborah had a specific idea of who she wanted Jennette to be, and it didn't really line up with Jennette's own desires.
Yeah, like she was being molded into someone she wasn't.
Exactly. And then iCarly takes off, and suddenly Jennette's in this world of fame and fortune, but behind the scenes, she's dealing with a lot, anxiety, eating disorders, and this feeling of being trapped.
Like she's stuck in this role that she didn't really choose for herself.
Yeah. And the entertainment industry can be so deceptive, especially for child stars. There's so much pressure to keep up this perfect image, even when you're struggling.
And for Jennette, that pressure was probably 10 times worse because of her mom.
Absolutely. Deborah's jealousy and controlling behavior, it seems to escalate as Jennette gets more famous.
I mean, think about those weird gifts she sent Miranda Cosgrove. It's like she was trying to sabotage Jennette's friendships on purpose.
Yeah, it's almost like she wanted to isolate her daughter to keep her dependent.
It's unsettling how much control she was trying to have.
It really makes you question, what Deborah truly understood about the impact she was having. It's like she was blinded by her own ambition.
And then to make things even more complicated, Deborah gets diagnosed with cancer. Can you imagine being a teenager dealing with all that? Being on a hit show, plus your own personal struggles, and then your mom gets this life-threatening illness.
It's a recipe for emotional turmoil. And the way McCurdy copes, seeking comfort in religion, developing what might be early signs of OCD, it's heartbreaking.
Like those rituals she had, catching her underwear band 5 times.
Right. It's like she was trying to grab onto some sense of control in a situation that felt completely chaotic.
And on top of all that, Deborah's cancer journey wasn't a straight line. There were periods of remission, then the fear of it coming back, this constant uncertainty hanging over everything.
And remember how Jennette found out the cancer returned?
An email, right?
Meant for her brother? Can you imagine?
It's just, wow. It's just another layer of trauma on top of everything else.
It highlights the lack of communication, the dysfunction within that family.
It's really tough to read about, honestly.
It is.
I mean, she was going through so much at such a young age.
Yeah, and it's really a testament to her strength and resilience that she was able to come out on the other side of it. It's like even when iCarly ended, her struggles didn't just vanish.
It almost feels like they got even worse.
Yeah.
Her eating disorders got worse. Her relationships were all over the place. And there's this sense of being lost. Like she was adrift, without that Sam Puckett persona.
It's a classic case of identity crisis. You leave this huge show that defined your teenage years. And it's like, who am I now?
It's like that rug was pulled out from under her.
Exactly.
And then there's that whole hush money thing from Nickelodeon.
Oh, yeah.
It just adds to that feeling of being exploited, the dark side of the industry.
It's like they were willing to pay her to stay silent. It says a lot about where their priorities were.
It makes you wonder how often that kind of thing happens.
Right.
No wonder she felt betrayed by the whole system.
Totally.
For her, that incident felt like a turning point,
Yeah.
Like she was finally seeing how toxic that environment was. And then she makes this big decision to walk away from acting.
That's huge.
It takes a lot of courage to walk away from something like that. A successful career, the fame.
Especially when it's all you've ever known.
It shows how committed she was to her own well-being, even if it meant disappointing people.
Absolutely. It's about putting yourself first.
Yeah.
And that's when you start to see her healing, Therapy was a part of it, though she did stop going eventually.
She actually found even more healing through writing, it seems.
There's something about writing, It's like she was finally finding her own voice after all those years of having it controlled.
It's like she took back control of her own story.
Exactly. It's powerful stuff.
And she starts her podcast too. Another way to be her authentic self, you know?
It's like creating this space where she could connect with others who get it.
Share her experiences, challenge the industry norms.
It's like a breath of fresh air, honestly.
Her story kind of reflects this bigger conversation about mental health, right?
Totally.
The long-term impact of childhood trauma. And she's so open about it. Her struggles with food, body image. It's really refreshing.
I think it resonates with a lot of people who have been through similar stuff.
There's an honesty there that's really powerful.
And she doesn't pretend to have all the answers, which I appreciate. Like, healing is a process.
It's not like you just flip a switch.
Exactly.
It's a journey.
It's inspiring to see her go from feeling like this puppet, controlled by everyone, to becoming the author of her own story.
It's amazing. And that brings us to the book itself, I'm Glad My Mom Died.
Yeah.
Like, confronting that truth about her mom, acknowledging the abuse, that couldn't have been easy.
To write about it so publicly, knowing people might judge her, it's like peeling back the layers of this relationship that was both loving and harmful, And in that process, you see her grappling with so many emotions.
It's complex.
Like trying to connect with her biological father. That opened up a whole other can of worms.
It makes you realize that healing isn't linear.
Yeah.
Even when you're moving forward, the past can still pop up.
Throw you for a loop.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the book ends with hurt.
Yeah.
She finds peace in her life now, and writing seems to be a big part of that.
It's like she found her purpose. It's pretty amazing how her story, as heavy as it is, has connected with so many people.
People who've gone through similar family stuff, who've struggled with those same expectations.
It's like she created this space for them to feel seen and heard.
That's the power of vulnerability.
For sure. It's pretty amazing. A title like I'm Glad My Mom Died, and it sparked this whole conversation about healing and self-discovery.
Yeah, it's like she hit a nerve.
Totally. So many people relate to it. I don't know if you felt that.
Oh, absolutely. I think it shows how powerful it is to just share your story, authentically.
Like no filter.
Exactly. Without holding back or feeling like you have to apologize for it.
Yeah. And the way she talks about her grief, her feelings towards her mom, it's so complicated.
It's not this neat and tidy package.
It makes you realize there's no one right way to grieve.
And it helps break down all that stigma around these tough topics.
For sure. What do you think is the biggest takeaway for you about how she found peace eventually?
Well, she made the choice to break free,
From that cycle of abuse.
Right. Like she took control and built her own path forward.
She's really inspiring.
It shows how resilient people can be, even after going through so much pain.
So I guess as we wrap up this deep dive into I'm Glad My Mom Died, it's clear it's so much more than just a typical celebrity tell-all.
Oh, yeah. It goes way deeper than that.
It's about family, the dark side of fame, all that trauma.
And it's about finding your own voice, living a life that's actually true to you.
Not the life that someone else planned out for you.
Exactly. I think that message speaks to everyone, even if you haven't been through exactly what Jennette has.
We all have those expectations we're trying to meet.
It's like she gives you permission to question those expectations, to break free from them.
So as you think about Jennette's story, what sticks with you? What are we willing to sacrifice for those dreams? At what cost?
And how much do we give up just to please other people? When does it become too much?
It's something to think about for sure. And if you're looking to dive deeper into this story, we highly recommend checking out McCurdy's book and podcast.
Definitely worth a read or listen in this case.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll catch you on the next one.